bro, Gunther told him, hey, you better fucking slap me.
You better
too.
lay into it.
Yeah, you better fucking slap me, which I think is cool. Because I'm sure he tells people that too when they wrestle. Yeah. He's like, I'm just letting you know, bro. I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. So
there was a TikTok video where the boom mic guy, he said his reaction.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Bro.
It's the Lame Guys Podcast.
We've done something like this before. Pick your dream faction. I saw it and I was like, oh, I think these are new names. So, I mean, some of them are obviously returning, but let's just see how this turns out. Pick your dream faction, bro. We have powerhouses, high flowers, leaders, tag team, and managers. I'm going to give you some names. You tell me who you would like.
Okay.
So let's start off with, let's start off with the managers. You got Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Paul Heyman.
That's easy.
Okay. Tag team. You got the Usos, Edge and Christian, New Day, Dudleys, the Hardys.
I mean, I think the Usos are the greatest WWE tag team of all time. So I will pick the Usos. But I will say, like, it just really depends. Like, is this faction going to be... I mean, I'm sure it doesn't say in that scenario. But let's say, like, you were starting a company, though.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to pick from these tag teams to have in your company. I mean, what's the more appealing name in those tag teams?
I see two names. That would be the
Well, so I think of the Hardys for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what would get me views would be the Hardys. Because the Hardys are constant, like, especially in the early days, we're doing constant, like, shit with their bodies.
Yeah.
To, like, garner views.
I'm not going to lie. The New Day may also be able to do that, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I mean, you have their promo skills that will really do it, too.
Yeah. And then, like, let's say you have Edge and Christian as well. And, like, you could run those ladder matches back with them in the heart. Like, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
I will go the Usos, though, just because I love the Usos the best out of all of those. But I'm just saying, if you're starting a new company and you want to garner views and, like, media coverage, I think, dude, yeah, the Hardys would be the team.
For high flyers, you have RVD, Ray, AJ.
AJ's a high flyer? I guess it's older, yeah. TNA AJ.
Hey, you surprised by that one. Vader and Eddie Guerrero. Just because Vader, I guess, used to do the moonsault after or off of the thing?
I mean, AJ Styles, yeah, TNA was high flyer. I would consider him high flyer, but I wouldn't consider WWE AJ Styles high flyer. I'll go Eddie Guerrero.
The powerhouse: Batista, Brock, Roman, Goldberg, Kane.
Roman.
And the leaders: Chris Jericho, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, John Cena, The Undertaker.
Okay, those are weird leaders. I would go... Oh, are these people with good mic skills? Who is it again? Chris Jericho, John Cena,
Triple H, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they would be leaders of the group. I'll go John Cena. So I would have John Cena, Roman Reigns, Eddie Guerrero, and the Usos.
And Paul Heyman. Yeah.
That's a good faction.
Yeah, I'd probably do Roman, RVD. I have to do Undertaker. Yeah, I'd have to go Usos, and Heyman would be it. And then it would probably, after that, would be Paul Bear, probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, like I said, it could be a toss-up between the Usos, New Day, and Hardys, though.
The Usos, New Day, and Hardys. So if you had to pick two tag teams, then
I'd
pick
Usos and Hardys.
Yeah, same. Because they would put on fire matches, and then you could do, like, ladder matches between them. That would be good. Yeah. No, I just think, think about how big the Hardys would have been, dude. If
they were in here now,
right? Like they were in their young days now,
yeah.
Compared to what it was back then. Because
what do you think? Jeff's going to be bigger than Cena? No, I was kidding.
No, I don't think that.
No, I'm just saying. Remember that comment he made?
Just saying, yeah. I'm just saying though. I think that they would be a lot bigger even than they are today.
Yeah,
like and even Matt would be because you got to think too. Because like Jeff ended up being the bigger one, but like if they're here today, Matt would have been a lot bigger too. Just because the mainstream coverage that they both would have gotten.
Yeah.
Matt would have been a lot bigger too. So, yeah, that would be my faction. That's pretty solid.
Yeah,
I feel. Yeah, I don't know what I would name them. It's a pretty weird group of guys. Because you have the Bloodline in there. Then you got Eddie Guerrero and John Cena. I don't know what I'd name them.
I don't know either.
I've never been good with like making names on them. But Paul Heyman would be the mouthpiece.
Yeah, bro.
And then you have your leader as John Cena. Heel John Cena. I think my faction would work better as a heel group.
Eddie, oh boy,
yeah,
come out with that. Can you feel?
My faction, I think, would work better as a heel group.
You said
Then.
highlights, Eddie.
Yeah,
Highlights
I
in his
love that
hair.
Eddie too.
Oh, me too.
Even though
I
we
have
didn't
the
get
figure
it,
over
yeah.
there.
Even though we didn't get it for very long, but I love that Eddie because the crowd just loved him.
Yeah.
It was too hard to keep. Even when he was going against Batista, bro, he was already back. He was already back to a baby.
Yes. 100%.
Because like it was hard to, and him and Batista started having all those joke segments and shit. So, yeah. Episode 74 of the Lame Guys Wrestling Podcast. I'm Mario.
I'm Vincent.
What do we got this week? So Smackdown was last night.
Yup.
Pretty crazy. We got the official main event of WrestleMania Night 1.
Yup.
Between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. We talked about it last week. What should have been the main event?
Yep.
I think it was the right choice. I think it should have been.
Before we get into the highlights, because I know the highlights are going to go into the two topics I want to end it with, because you said the Roman stuff. I want to get into this really, really quick. You sent me this, and I feel like it needs to be said. Rob Van Dam on Jon Moxley's spike bump from AEW Dynamite. That's not wrestling to me. I mean, it's something that me and you have spoken about before, bro. Some of those moves and stuff, spots they do at AEW are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I understand. We watched ECW. When they came to
That's
WWE
what
type
people in
stuff.
the comments said to Rob Van Dam. They were like, bro, you were literally in ECW.
Okay. And the one you sent me is I'm seeing comments saying Rob Van Dam should know better. He was in ECW. Funny because I don't recall RVD taking spike bumps, stapler shots to the head, going through flaming tables,
Needles
etc.
in your lip.
Oh.
Yeah.
That stuff was for less talented wrestlers who need to use that to get an over / a reaction. 100% agree. But what's funny is Moxley doesn't need it, bro. That's the crazy part. The only thing is his character is just fucking all out of whack or some shit.
Right.
So it's just like, okay.
I feel like he is the worst one out of the Shields.
Oh, yeah.
He's not as good as Roman or Seth.
Oh, no. He was over a little bit in WWE because every single time he came out, he was the, what do they call him? The lunatic or whatever?
He was just the lunatic hinged.
Unhinged and
or
all
something
that
like that.
shit.
Yeah.
Ambrose Asylum. Didn't they do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, you know how I feel. I think, call me pussy, call me whatever you want. I think it's over the top. I think that, bro, you do not need that shit in wrestling. AEW is already mainstream. They're already a big platform. They're not as big as WWE, but they're second. So, like, you don't have to do all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I think all that shit is so extra. Like, I look at that. I see the clip on Twitter. First instinct, send to you. First instinct after that, turn off. Does it make me want to go watch AEW?
Yeah.
No, and I think that's the whole goal. Is to
True.
make me want to go watch AEW. It doesn't make me go want to watch it at all.
What did Triple H say a while back at a press conference? He said something that it doesn't allude to bumps like this, but if we see it too much, it's like it doesn't mean anything too much.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking back at when the flaming table with Edge and Mick Foley.
Yeah, that shit was
When was the last time we
awesome.
saw a flaming table?
That shit was awesome.
So
we almost thought it was Mick Foley and Randy Orton at Backlash, and Eric Bischoff came out and was like, Foley, you light that table and this whole thing gets shut. And I was like, no. I was like, do it. Even though I wanted Randy to win. But and then when they actually did it at WrestleMania 22, yeah, I was excited. That was the first time I'd ever seen one.
Sammy and KO with the barbed wire.
Yeah.
I mean,
it had been a while since we'd seen barbed wire.
It's been a while, and it meant something.
Yeah.
It made all of us go, oh my gosh,
Yep.
bro. So it means something when less is more. AEW, it's almost like every month we send each other BS where we go, bro, really? Really? That was too much, bro.
I mean, I don't know. I agree with Robert and him. I agree with him. And I think that says a lot, too, because what everyone's saying about him being in ECW, I think that says a lot. He was in ECW when
But he
shit was
wasn't-
wild,
oh,
and he
wild.
even thinks this shit is too much.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that speaks for itself right there. Like, I agree, dude. I thought that's so dangerous. And I think, like, wrestling is already dangerous as it is. Like, you could easily get hurt. You could easily die. We've seen it happen in rings before. And to then have to do that, like, bro, that shit, it was too much. It was
Bro,
too
you know
much.
who even made a comment about it? Tommy Dreamer.
He said it was too much?
He said it was too much.
Yeah.
He said he respected Moxley for doing it.
Right.
He said he sold it perfectly
yeah,
and everything. I'm thinking, well, damn right he sold it. That was fucking spikes in his back.
Yeah.
But even he said, like,
You can never
Bro.
question his love for the game. Because, like, the fact that he's taking these bumps is insane.
we talked about it
The
before.
one
bro.
even where he was
With
putting in his
Benta,
head. Yeah.
like that was
That shit is too much. Yeah, I mean, and call me pussy if you want, but like, I just think, bro, WWE has garnered my attention since I was a kid, and I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
So what does that say? You know what I mean? Like,
I look
never
at it
had to
and
do
it's just
anything
like,
like that to really get me attached. And then I see that
It's
video.
beneath them.
I see that video, and I send it to you, and I watch it a couple times, talk about it with my brother, and then that's it. I don't even.
What does Matt say about it?
He said it was too much too.
Yeah.
Like he says it's too extra. And so then I just think the whole goal of it though is to get us to go want to watch it, and that doesn't make people want to go watch it. It just makes people think like, bro, what is this? So
I want to talk to someone that actually is a week to week
AEW fan,
AEW fan. Like, what did it do for them?
right?
Like, I really
I haven't
want to
seen
know.
anything on TikTok about it, like from AEW, because I follow wrestling pages. You know, Malik talks about both.
Yeah.
He'll talk about both brands. I didn't really see what he said, but if he said anything at all about it. But yeah, I just think it's a little too far. I just think, bro, you don't need to do all that. John Moxley, like, yeah, I said he's the worst, but he's still a legend. Like, he's still solidified in his game.
If
you know
his
what I mean?
music played at WWE,
He'll
would
get
pop.
inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, he'll, you know, so it's like, I just think, like, bro, you didn't have to do that, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. AEW just, bro, they just got to do whatever they can. I mean, it did garner views.
Yeah,
I did see it on multiple pages.
Yeah,
So, I mean, at the end of the day, if that's your goal, then it worked. But, like, I think ultimately, long term, your goal is to get people to be fans, and that didn't make me become a fan.
no, it just
It
made
made
me
me
want to
wanna
go.
watch it even
I
more.
don't want to watch that shit.
Yeah,
man.
I just think, like, bro, that shit is too extra.
It made me
so.
say more negative shit.
It is what it is. Yeah. And I know we sound like AEW haters for sure, but like I don't mind it at AEW. Like you know, they have good talent over there. But like I just think like, bro, you don't have to do that.
A fan of the show,
shit.
or I mean, a friend of the show, bro. Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley.
He's in AEW.
I just think you don't have to do all that extra shit. Like, yes, you could have had that bat because Edge was the one swinging it around, right? It was Edge, yeah. And just every week tease it. Like, every week tease it that it's going to hit, and then eventually, like, we'll all just forget it. Like, no one expects you to actually hit them with that actual fucking bat with the nails coming out.
Yeah.
And then it got stuck, too, bro.
Yes,
The
bro.
props to the ref. He was able to get that shit off. And Moxley's a tough son of a gun, too, bro. He finished the match after that. Like, bro, he's a fucking badass.
It sounded JR.
But son of a gun.
Yeah.
He's a fucking badass. But, like, doesn't make me want to go watch AW.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately that's the long-term goal that you need to have is to get people to want to watch
God,
it.
yeah, bro.
So, yeah.
That and the other thing I want to talk about, speaking of AEW, someone's contract is up or is coming up. Soraya,
Oh, yeah.
Paige.
Paige.
And now there's talks of a possible return. Now, is that talks within WWE or is that talks with her
I think it was
telling
talks with her.
telling people that she would love a WWE return? But it says if she does return to WWE, she would want to use the Paige ring name and the theme again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense. She has garnered a stock of who Soraya is. You know, it's aside from Paige, it's not Paige anymore. Yada yada yada. I understand all that. People were hyped when they had that little show, the after show, or even Punk was involved with that one. The WWE after show, and Paige was in it. But would you want Paige back in WWE?
I don't care either way, but I think she will be. I was never a big fan of Paige. I didn't even watch her movie. I'm not being a hater. I never.
I went to go see it. That was my first time watching Florence Pugh, and I didn't even know it was Florence Pugh.
Yeah. I've never been a big fan. Even when she was in WWE, never been a big fan. And her time in WWE was around the time where I just was really struggling watching.
Yeah.
So
It was. I mean, the photo they're using is the Divas belt, so that shows you.
So, but I think if she does come back to WWE, you're right. She has garnered a following as Soraya, but I think that following itself means that she should come back as Paige because then like they know she's Soraya. She'll have a big following. I do see WWE calling her back. The fact that WWE even made a movie about her, like, and she's gonna be free. Yeah, they're gonna call her back.
And not just that, she even said that she has no ill will towards WWE. She says she has nothing negative to say about WWE. So that just tells me it was a very mutual breakup, you know?
Yeah.
So that's good. You leave the company on good terms, they can call you back. Or, I mean, you leave it on bad terms and then you wait 10 years and they call you back like CM Punk did. That's fine too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if she came back,
I
that'd
see
be
they're
fine.
coming back.
Rumble will get her next year.
Maybe. Yeah. I see her coming back. It's just hard for me to think where these women fit in because it's like, bro, it's just stacked.
Yeah.
It's just stacked, bro.
Like, we're over here talking about, after the Rumble, that Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Like, where is she going to fit in? I mean,
Right.
we have yet to see anything of her.
Yeah. I don't know if she's actually back with WWE, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Paige is, no disrespect to Nikki, but Paige I think is a better wrestler than Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
But so it's not a matter of could she wrestle with these women now. It's just a matter of like where do you put her? You know what I mean? There's just so much women talent in wrestling right now. So that's the only reason I say that. You saw all the stuff about Evolution coming back?
No?
The women's.
Oh, yeah.
The,
Okay.
not that, dude. No, they're all too old, bro. No.
What, bro? I for real like what the fuck?
The pay per view.
Pay-per-view. Okay,
with
I'm sorry.
the all women's pay per view, which I think is the time. It's more so than ever now to do that.
Because honestly, you look at that pay-per-view and the first time they did it, and you look at the stars that they garnered from there, you look at their before and after photos of where they were at that time till now, my gosh, bro.
And yes, you're right about everything you said, but it would be twice as big today.
Yes.
It would be even bigger
Yes.
than it was back then.
I haven't been keeping up with LFG, but I was starting episode 3 last night, and even the talent in there, I thought to myself, oh, y'all will be here in a couple years.
Yeah, I was watching it consistently for, I think I got to like episode 3, and then after that, I haven't really watched it.
No, I want to finish it.
But yeah, no, I just think right now is the perfect time to do it. Part of me feels like that little Jade and Charlotte tease that we saw there. I bet you they do that match at that pay per view, at that PLE.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. You want to get into some highlights?
Yeah, I'm about to say now. Let's get. I just want to get those two out the way because I felt like where the highlights are going to fall in line, it will lead into the ending.
So, like I said, SmackDown was last night. We got the main event. Let's talk about Raw first. We saw another John Cena promo.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes comes out. John Cena doesn't say shit again.
No. He lets him talk.
Yeah. So I'm
Heat.
curious
Got good
when
heat.
they're. Yeah, the crowd was still good. I don't think his promo was as good as that one.
It was
that
weaker.
where was that at? In Belgium. That first one.
Belfast.
You know what I mean? Belfast, whatever it is.
Brussels. No, bro. Yeah, and
That one fucking hit. This one was all right. It was okay. I'm ready to see him and Cody engage with each other.
back and forth.
I don't know why they're not doing that.
Building up.
But yeah, they're just building up to that moment that when they do engage. Like
Cena
that,
did say some cool shit though. That he will get that 17.
Yeah.
You won't forget Ric Flair's
He's gonna
name, and
retire.
he walking out
Yeah.
with that belt.
They're going to make
as-
a toy belt.
Yeah.
What?
So, even though I'm a fan of it, I'm a fan of both spinner belts. In my head, I thought about the conversation we had months ago, where it was garnered towards kids. It was
Yes.
a toy belt.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, everyone on Twitter all said, you're talking about toy belt. You had the toy belt. So in my head, I'm thinking, hey, bro.
Well, I thought that was funny too, and I think that's what he was saying, was like that happened to him. You know, he lost to CM Punk, and CM Punk when he walked out Money in the Bank in Chicago, remember, and his contract ended, and he
Yep.
took the title. So then they had to make a fake title.
Yep.
It almost looked smaller, even like it looked
Yeah.
smaller than the one that CM Punk had. Because when CM Punk came back, it felt his looked bigger, like his looked like the real one.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I took it as he was saying, kind of like in that sense. But yeah, I mean, it's good. You know, I'm curious when they're gonna let them run it back and forth, because we're already less than a month away from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, and we still have yet to see Cody get his hands on Cena. We still have yet to see The Rock. I'm curious how this whole buildup is gonna tie in.
Didn't we get the contract signing for Rhea and them too?
Well, Rhea signed the contract, and so then it got announced that Rhea's gonna fight Io, and whoever wins fights Bianca.
That's right.
But I still think it's going to end up being a triple threat match. I still think so. Because then, let's say Rhea does lose, Rhea has nothing to do. Let's say Io loses, Io's not, like, it's still going to be a triple threat match. So yeah, so that's settled. Finn Balor seems like he's going to get kicked out of Judgment Day. It's just
They've
a
been
matter
building
of
that up.
when. They're
Yeah.
building that up. Because they keep talking about a new member. I think that they're going to get a new member, which will probably be like Aleister Black or something. And then JD is going to come back and act like he's going to save Finn and then turn on Finn. And then the whole Judgment Day will turn on Finn. That's how I think he gets kicked out. Because people are thinking it's going to be Dom, Finn, Braun Breaker, and Penta at WrestleMania for their Intercontinental title. Which
Fire.
match,
Hey,
yeah.
bro, I'm telling you right now, Dom's winning that shit.
I
bro.
hope so.
Dom's winning that shit. I think it is time.
Yeah, I would be 100% pleased. What if, like, we're talking about a new member and shit, we're talking about a new leader, Dom becomes a leader? Wouldn't that be crazy?
I'd love it.
Judgment Day?
I love it.
That would be cool.
Started from the bottom,
Yeah.
now he's here.
So,
Yes, sir,
that would be
bro.
cool to
That
see.
boy would be clean.
And then what else happened on Raw? Other than that, I mean, it's pretty... I feel like SmackDown lately has been kind of the better show.
Yeah, and for a while we were
Um,
saying the opposite.
Yeah, and so then
I
SmackDown
can
was
tell
last
you
night.
why.
SmackDown was last night. Roman was there.
That's why.
We got the contract signing, so now main event. CM Punk gets to live out his dreams. Paul Heyman even told him.
Bro, I loved that whole segment so much. It was beautiful. From the time Roman's music hit to even him sitting in the chair, he goes, "This is beautiful. Sing in my name, bro." I loved all that interaction. I loved this so much. Seth comes out, does his interaction with Roman. Hey, what's all this we? We died a long time ago. I love that shit so much. I don't know why. I had this little feeling that we're going to play into some story where Seth's going to try to rekindle shit with Roman. I don't know why. I just had this feeling.
Oh.
Because even there was an interview a while back. I say a while back. It was a couple weeks. But him talking about, I still love Roman.
He said it on Chris Van Vliet.
Okay, was it on Chris?
Even in real life, he said they're best friends.
Yeah, but like I can see some storyline where Roman's just so hurt and betrayed and all this shit. But it's going to be one moment where he's going to look at him. He's just going to go like this, and Roman's going to finally embrace, and it's going to big old pop or something. Yeah. I just see it coming.
I bet you we see them team up to get CM Punk out of the match. You know how that happens in triple threat matches sometimes?
Yeah,
like, though, especially the one that comes to my mind is the one where, doesn't get spoke of anymore. But at WrestleMania 20 with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and oh boy. Shawn Michaels and Triple H hate each other, but they team up just to get oh boy out the match so they can focus on each other. So I kind of just see it as being like that. And then see, I personally, I'm not going to lie, last night made me think that CM Punk is winning.
Oh, bro, yes.
Last time made me think that CM Punk is getting the dub there.
I told my wife Emily too. I was like, babe, Punk's winning.
Yeah.
Punk's winning. She goes, wow. I said, no. I said, don't get this shit twisted. I said, I'm OTC to the end. I want Roman to win. Right. I said, but there's a part of me, like, bro, my mind's telling me that it's Roman. My heart's telling me it's Punk.
I think it's Punk.
Bro, that interaction, that was a real moment. Yeah. That was a real moment. When Paul, for real, when Roman, what do you need, a highlighter?
Yeah.
Page 4, clause 5.
I did think too. I was like, bro, why are you taking so long? Because
he's looking for it.
Because he was, and then
he said, "Wise man, smarten this man up." Yeah. And I love that. It's in there. What you're looking for is in there. Mm-hmm. I know what you're looking for. And then him for real kneeling down. He said, "CM Punk will be you're closing the show. Yeah. CM Punk is a WrestleMania main eventer." He held him in the back of the neck, kissed him on his forehead. In my head. Bro, I literally looked at Emily and said, I love that so much. Like, that made my heart so happy. As corny as that is, I just thought, bro, because that's his guy.
Well, and you see CM Punk, too. Like, he looked emotional. Like,
he looked emotional. Like, and then for Paul, even he got a little shaky in his voice just for a split second. And I was like, that was a real interaction. He shared it, like, because he knows how much that meant to him. 10 years, bro. Waited 10 years to have some moment like this. Yeah. If I did.
Longer.
Hey, what is that? Stop all that crying, bro. You just shut that shit down, bro. It was a great
but then CM Punk told Paul that is not the favor he's owed. So, I don't know, bro. I kind of see CM Punk winning. What if Paul turns on Roman and goes with Punk? Or I don't know the vibe, but that segment itself made me feel like CM Punk is winning this triple threat match.
I love Roman's thing. Check. He did that at least twice. He said, boom, a dream come true and a favor being owed. Check. He goes, yeah, bro. And he tried to tell him. He goes, hey, end it with acknowledging me. Yeah. You should thank me for this, bro. And, hey, he acknowledged him. He kind of did a little bit, just a little bit. But then he told him, that's not the favor, bro.
I was thinking when that happened, I was like, oh, he was worried about that. Boy, do you know who you wrestling? Bro, you're wrestling arguably Mr. WrestleMania, bro. You're going to be in the main event, bro.
Oh, bro.
You're going to be in the main event.
It's crazy.
So,
real quick, just to run down. CM Punk is I'm pretty sure you saw this. CM Punk is main eventing WrestleMania. John Cena, Cody feud is cooking. Randy and KO feud is heating. Oh, we got to talk about that. Gunther and Jay has reignited. Naomi and Jade stealing the show. Solo and Jacob split is a tease. Okay. Timeless is the new Mania theme song. Okay, cool. Whatever. But the Randy and KO thing, but the Randy and Cody stuff, bro,
was great.
That was
Randy
great,
Orton, another person going to Cody Rhodes, telling him like, bro, I'm gonna come for that shit, but I'll at least look you in the face. I'm not gonna hit you in the balls like a coward.
So okay, I feel for Cody because it really is. All his friends are turning on him and they're all wanting one thing. But at the end of the day, in my head, I'm thinking, Cody, you know what this is. This is business at the end of it. And not just that. What does everyone want? That belt. Unfortunately, sir, you have that belt.
Yeah, and Cody knows that. Yeah. That's why I don't think he's ever like he knows that all his friends are gonna he knows he has the championship.
He just always has that look of his face.
He has the prize. But I think it is defeating. Like it is. Like if you're the one champion and you gotta fight, like, dude, we see it in the UFC all the time. Like there's sometimes friends won't fight the other person because they're the champion, but then there's sometimes that friends tell them like, it is what it is, bro. Like, I'm coming for that belt. Scrap. Like, and I'm sure that hurts. Like, I'm sure that hurts a little bit because now you're like, I understand, but I mean, that means I gotta fight my friend. So I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think Cody understands that. I would just like to see Randy Orton be a heel when he does that.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I think he's gonna be the face when he fights John Cena now. So it is what it is.
Cena's gonna have that title.
But that was cool. Drew McIntyre that you didn't even mention too.
I
Drew
know, it wasn't on there,
McIntyre
I'm
and
sorry.
Damian Priest is heating up as well. Damian Priest choke slams him on the car.
Everyone kept on saying real glass.
Yep.
Hey, well, even Drew said it right.
Yeah.
He got in my face or
Yeah,
something like that.
he said it was in my eye.
Oh yeah.
So that's heating up as well. And then Kevin Owens ends up costing Randy Orton against Drew McIntyre. And then they have that whole segment. And Randy looks pissed. I sent you that promo this morning. Randy Orton looks heated. So that's going to be great.
Oh, is that what you sent me?
Yeah.
It was deleted.
Oh, okay. Well, WWE posted a
Okay.
promo of Randy Orton.
Okay.
And it was backstage. And he was just like, all, his face gets all like veiny and shit.
I love
That's
when
how,
he
yeah.
does that
So
shit.
he was pissed
I love when he
about
does
it.
that shit.
So they have that. So that's heating up. I still think that match needs a stipulation, in my opinion.
Yeah, well.
But he was like, it's the punt versus the, what is it? The move that Kevin Owens has been
Stunner?
doing.
The
the
power drive.
Yeah, the power drive versus the punt or whatever. And I was thinking, oh shit. So that's great.
Whoever hits that move first.
They may just run that.
Whoever
they
hits
may
that
just
move
run
first.
that. It's just
Bro,
like
the match is big enough
Yeah.
to where it doesn't need it.
right. I
Yeah.
just think like it would benefit from
It really
from
would.
a-
Yeah.
from a-
If you're going to do it
Yeah.
at Mania.
But they may even do. I think even Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and maybe you add a stipulation to that one because that one, dude, they're just fighting like they hate
Street
each
fight.
other. So yeah, make it like
Street
street fight.
fight,
That
yeah.
would be great to see
Yeah.
them backstage and stuff. That would be cool.
The Naomi
Yes,
promo.
Naomi promo was
Oh.
fire last night.
So good.
Fire,
bro.
like her and Jade at WrestleMania is gonna
She
be
made
great.
herself cry.
Yeah,
That shit was great.
Naomi, dude. Everyone was sleeping. I was sleeping on. I ain't even gonna say everyone. I was too. I didn't know she could be a heel like how she's being
Yeah,
so
but
far.
they
So far,
could-
she's impressed me.
Yeah.
So that's cooking.
The face off.
Yeah, with Charlotte and Jade, that's
Yeah, I know you
cooking.
mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
but that was
cooking,
something that
even
was
though they're
like,
not fighting at WrestleMania, but that's cooking, bro. Tiffany gave a good promo yesterday. SmackDown was great. It feels like the road to WrestleMania is picking up, bro. I still think people are critiquing too harsh on it, bro. Like it's Gunther and Jay is getting interesting because now they're doing the whole Jay's messing
Not
up. He's in his
confidence,
head,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
And Jimmy had to tell him, like, bro, you're in your head.
We didn't talk about the slap, bro. Everyone
Yeah.
talked about that slap,
Yep.
bro.
Jimmy slapped the fuck out of Gunther. Which I think to myself, I just think to myself, bro, Gunther told him, hey, you better fucking slap me.
You better
too.
lay into
Yeah,
it.
you better fucking slap me, which I think is cool. Because I'm sure he tells people that too when they wrestle. He's like, I'm just letting you know, bro. I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. So
There was a TikTok video where the boom mic guy, he said his reaction.
I
He
saw
said,
that too. Yeah.
Shit, bro. That
Jimmy's
shit-
doing great too. Like I've said
Yes,
multiple
bro.
times, bro. Like he deserves like he should be in the U.S. title picture at WrestleMania.
Oh, he was
also.
the mystery partner. He was a
Yes,
mystery partner.
he
That was
Jay-
a cool.
He was Jay's
that
mystery
was a cool
partner. That
thing.
was cool
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see the Usos go by. It's hard. I forget a lot of times about Raw because it was so far
And so,
in the
yeah, and
week.
we
And
record-
we're already at the end of the
Yes,
week.
and SmackDown's so fresh on mine. Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool seeing the Usos. But yeah, you see Jay have that little slip up. Him
Yeah.
and Gunther's getting interesting because that's an interesting thing. That's it's like Jay's in his head. Like, can he get it done? So I think
the underdog shit, bro.
yeah, for them, I think they should open WrestleMania.
Yes.
Jay and Gunther.
Did we send it to each other? Unless I just saw it talking about. I saw this post saying, at the Royal Rumble, 2025 Royal Rumble, it was mentioned, quote unquote, 20 times that the winner will be main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And that is something that I kind of like alluded to, or like I think I've talked to you about it, or I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but I know I've definitely talked about it, saying it's supposed to be the main event. It's supposed to be the main event, but yet you still have, who is it going to be between the Roman, Seth and Punk, or will it be the Rhea, Io, and Bianca?
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be mean, but unfortunately, no one's going to say Charlotte and Tiffany are going to be main eventing. That's just kind of the way it was. But then is it going to be Gunther and Jay? We already knew, solidified. There was no question, if, ands, or buts. Stapled, etched into history, bro. It's going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, ending
As night
WrestleMania
two,
as night
yes.
2. That's done. That no ifs, ands, or buts. Who's going to be number 1 or night 1? And then we got our answer last night. But yes, I would agree with you. I think they're going to open.
Yeah.
You start the night off, bro, with everyone yeeting. That'd be clean.
I think the original plan was for them to main event, but then Jey Uso and Gunther.
Okay.
But then I think with WWE seeing the reaction, not everybody is happy with Jey Uso being the Royal Rumble winner. Not everyone feels that Jey Uso should get a world title shot at WrestleMania. I think that with the critique on the whole situation, I think that's why they're not putting it in the main event. Because we said it multiple times. The shot of ending WrestleMania and everyone yeeting like at the Royal Rumble, I thought it was solidified. Like that was what WWE was going to shoot
It's
for.
moments like that make it. Yeah.
And if everyone is happy that Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble, and everyone really truly wants that, then I think they keep that as the main event. But since it's not, I think that's why they decided to go Roman, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins as the main event. Now that's a main event in itself, but you're right. The Royal Rumble, the whole premise has been gets to main event WrestleMania.
You get a title, you get your pick of a title shot, and you main event WrestleMania. That was it. It went hand in hand. But now
there has been other Rumbles where the winner didn't main event WrestleMania.
But also because now we have 2 nights.
I think it just depends on the situation. It's just the story's got to have the hype to do it, and sometimes it just doesn't.
I'm about to say, even Triple H said that they have to prove it. He said, just because you win this doesn't mean anything. Just because you're champion doesn't mean anything. You have to earn it.
Yeah.
You have to earn that main event.
And Jey Uso's still over. I mean, even this Monday, the crowd was... I watched Raw after on Netflix. So, it was during the day, right? At home last night, or on Monday night, I was watching it. And I didn't know this, but on Netflix, when you watch it after it airs, you get the scenes that everybody in Europe gets.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how it goes to commercial for us?
Oh, yes.
You don't get that on the re-airs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I got to see Jay and Jimmy just dancing in the ring for, a whole 3 minutes while they're on commercial.
I found the perfect GIF or video.
It was Jay hitting those moves. Yeah.
Bro, but it's the old song, "Let me hold you." It fits so well.
So, I didn't know that, though. I didn't know when you go back and watch it that you get that.
Cool.
So, you get that version. So, mine didn't go to commercial. It would go, and then it would go back to whatever they were doing behind the scenes that we don't usually get to see. So he's still super over with the crowd, but
it's not going to diminish his stock at all if he doesn't make it.
Yeah, and I just think it's just not truly what people want to see main event at WrestleMania. So I wasn't opposed to it. I would have been fine because I think Jey deserves it. I think he's earned it. But I'm not the only opinion that matters. You know what I mean? It's a majority. I think majority of people love Jey Uso, but they still don't see him as main event WrestleMania quality.
Yeah.
So now Gunther is. Yeah. I think Gunther could close the show for sure, and I think Jey Uso could too. But it is what it is. They didn't do it for whatever reason. So I think they were originally scheduled to, though. I think that was the plan. Because we were there, bro, at Royal Rumble. That shit was hype.
Yeah, we saw all that happen.
That shit
was beautiful.
Yes.
What you call it? We had the little interaction. I said it earlier about Jacob in Solo.
Yes.
That's going to be a match at Mania. Yeah. We already know that.
And Jacob's going to be the good guy.
Shit, bro. Jacob's so clean with it,
bro. They were cheering him on yesterday when he interfered with LA Knight and Braun Strowman.
He said, "Hey, watch your tone, the way you talk to me and Tom." Boy.
Well, I love how, because when Solo was gone, Tama and Jacob,
they were linked up.
They were linked up, but then Solo shows up, and now Tama's so yeah, this is what we said too. We said that Solo's got to be the good guy in this scenario, because if you try to make Jacob Fatu the bad guy, people are still going to be cheering for Jacob.
Hey, bro, he hit that long ass R, bro. You know what I mean? Or how does he do it?
Yaramin. But he does a long R.
That shit was so
clean. You better get in where you fit in. Yaramin. Yeah, he hits that hoe, bro.
That's just so clean, bro.
So, yeah, that's going to be another thing, too. And then Jimmy's got to fit in somewhere, bro. He's got to fit in somewhere, because motherfucker, he's been killing it. We talk about Jay all the time, but Jimmy has been killing it.
Throw him in that United States championship.
That's what I think. I think it needs to be there needs to be a type of, I think ultimately it'll probably be LA Knight, Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu, Jimmy. And then maybe you could throw in another person or so.
Damn.
One of those needs to be a ladder match.
Yeah.
Bro, one of them we saw last year, it was cool seeing the tag team ladder match.
Yeah.
We got to have a ladder match somewhere in there, bro.
What you call it? Another thing I want to get into, we're still good?
Yeah.
Okay, another thing I want to get into, bro, that it's pretty much precedented. We knew this would happen, or we were hoping this would happen. We questioned it. I questioned it, or I brought up the question. It was last week or the week before. Is Roman going to main event? Well, bingo, we got our answer. So this will be his 10th main event at WrestleMania.
Bro.
6 in a row.
I think you can call him Mr. WrestleMania now.
Yes. I don't remember if I presented that question a while back, but is he now Mr. WrestleMania?
Yeah. That's what I said earlier. I was arguably Mr. WrestleMania.
Yes.
I think, in my opinion, he is Mr. WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 31 against Lesnar. WrestleMania 32 against Triple H. WrestleMania 33 against Taker. WrestleMania 34, Lesnar. WrestleMania 37, Edge and Daniel Bryan. 38 against Lesnar. 39 against Cody. 40, night 1 with Cody and Seth. Night 2 at 40 with Cody. And now we're going to get 41, night 1, Seth and Punk.
Mr. WrestleMania.
Oh my!
He's Mr.
gosh.
WrestleMania, bro.
Bro, what did he say last night? He said, "I'm the reason why Netflix was interested. I'm the reason why we're getting these billion-dollar deals. I built this."
He is the reason that CM Punk is main eventing WrestleMania.
Yes,
he is the reason. Because you could put Seth Rollins and CM Punk. That's still main event quality match. But I don't know that it would have been the main event if it's just them two.
No.
Now you throw Roman in the picture.
Yeah.
Now it's main event.
That man's aura is off the.
Yeah, and he's not lying. He's Mr. WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels put on tremendous performances at WrestleMania. I think that's why he was called WrestleMania, because it wasn't because he was winning all the time.
Because everyone always said he could have a match with a broomstick and it would be a 10
it wasn't
or a 5
because
match.
he was winning all the time or main eventing WrestleMania all the time. It's just he just put on tremendous performances. Roman does the same thing, main events, and wins a lot of those matches.
Yeah.
So, he won 37, 38, 39, night 1 of 40 in a row.
Yeah.
And then lost. No, wait. Yeah, we're on 41. Yeah, and then lost night 2 of 40 in a row. Yeah. So, he didn't. And so, so he has lost some, but the run that he's been putting, bro, he deserves to be Mr. WrestleMania.
Ooh, look at that photo they have of him. What a boy, clean.
Yeah, he just is,
oh,
man.
It's so
he just
clean,
is.
bro.
He just is.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, he just is. The hype for WrestleMania has blown up tremendously, and I just like how Triple H even said it, bro. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Just stay tuned.
Yeah.
And it feels like we are now. It's really building up. The card seems like it's gonna be stacked. I can't wait. And we're less than a month away.
Yeah.
We're less than a month away. The Hall of Fame now has matches.
Yes, bro. The Hall of Fame.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart.
Wow.
First
WrestleMania
match.
13, bro, as the first match where now it's not just the wrestlers themselves being inducted. It's the matches going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. I'm not going to lie. It kind of makes sense.
Well, it's like the UFC. The UFC does the same thing.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Badass.
They'll induct just fights.
That's beautiful.
So they induct.
Damn, that's a lot of fights.
So there's some people that aren't inducted to the Hall of Fame, but their fight is.
So then they get.
So they
get that Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they get their fight is inducted into Hall of Fame. Yeah,
but we talked about it before we started recording. Because we've talked about this before. Some wrestlers are going to have multiple Hall of Fames at this point. We talked about it when it came to the Brothers of Destruction. Okay, Undertaker's in the Hall of Fame, Kane's in the Hall of Fame. Okay, but if you induct the Brothers of Destruction, that's going to be 2 Hall of Fames right there. But then if you do that, then which Taker or which Kane match do you throw in there? Taker, goddamn biasness. You're going to throw Shawn and him. I could honestly say you're going to throw in
him and
Triple H and him and Triple H at the Hell in the Cell. Would all 3 of them get another one because Shawn was involved?
That's what I was saying, dude. It's a weird thing.
I think it's going to be at least 2 matches or maybe 1 per person. Because this may be the only.
Some people have tremendous, like Undertaker, for example, has a tremendous amount of matches that are absolutely fantastic that could be qualified as Hall of Fame matches. And so then it's could a certain person get to a point where they're like a 6-time WWE Hall of Famer? That's crazy to say. So I don't know. I don't think they'll count it that way, though. Because Stone Cold's already inducted, so they're going to say, I don't think they're going to call him a 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, though. You know what I mean?
He could say it, though.
Yeah, he can.
I'm not going to argue with him.
I just think, bro, at a certain point, it gets to a point where it's okay.
Because Brett's twice. He's for the Hart Foundation, and then Brett.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
so this would be 3.
And we talked about this last week, where it's Randy Orton could get inducted 3 times just for his factions and then him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if you include matches now, some of those matches that he's had, he could be a 6-time WWE Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Which is crazy to say.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, though. I think
it's cool.
I think it's cool. It adds to the whole, they want to be taken more realistic. That's what we see. That's what we heard, right? When they merged with UFC, they wanted to feel like a more sports vibe to wrestling, and that's why they got Joe Tessitore.
Yeah.
And the UFC does the same thing. They induct fights into the Hall of Fame as well. And so, yeah, it makes sense. And some of these, there's so many matches that should go down in history as a Hall of Fame
next week.
match.
I want to go and throw this one out. Next week, let's try to come up with 10
matches that should be in WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a lot biased, though, because all of them are going to be just our era.
Okay, so I was literally about to say right now, even though we are recency biased with a lot of the stuff we grew up with,
I'll try to
let's
not be.
try.
Yes, I'll try to not be. But
should we try to stipulate to 1 person per? Or
no,
do we just,
I think
if the match is just
harder.
that big?
I think if the match, I think we should just give a true list as of what we
top
feel as its top 10.
Or our 10
matches.
desired matches?
Yes.
Okay.
Because,
let's try it.
That's hard. Because if you could only do 1 Triple H match or 1 Undertaker, let's say you did 1 Triple H, 1 Undertaker, 1 Randy Orton, 1 John Cena, 1 Stone Cold, 1 Rock,
Yeah.
Dude, I still need like another. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Okay.
I think.
Hell, in my opinion, I already named 2.
Yeah,
for
we should
Taker.
just name 2 matches or 10 matches that we think should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart is a good match. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't my era, but I always knew that match growing up.
But it's one of those things where whenever they show a WrestleMania package, whenever they show a package
Stone
when it
Cold
comes to
was
Stone Cold or
bleeding.
Bret Hart, it's that match.
He's in the sharpshooter, right? And he's bleeding. That's that match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got
Is that the Iron Man match? Because that's the Iron Man match, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, God damn, we about to get flamed.
Yeah.
the fuck
No,
up.
no, they didn't find an Iron Man match at WrestleMania. I thought that was Shawn Michaels and Bret
was it?
Hart. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I could be. I don't know, dude. See, like I said, that's before our era. So it's like, but yes, you're right. Anytime there's a video package, I see Bret Hart putting Stone Cold in the sharpshooter, and Stone Cold's got the blood on his forehead. That's what I think of. That's what I thought it was. But it could be a different match. Maybe you're right.
Oh, gosh. I mean, overall, though, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
So, I honestly, it's okay. This is WWE's ranking. WWE ranks the biggest WrestleMania returns of all time. There's 25 on here.
Shit.
I mean, honestly, I could
Is there
probably
really
give you
25?
Yes,
Just give the
25.
10.
I was just gonna say I can give you the 10.
Yeah.
So top 10 from number 10 to number 1, they have WrestleMania 40, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 38, Legion of
That's
Doom.
where we were at.
Legion of Doom at WrestleMania 14. The NWO, WrestleMania 31. John Cena, WrestleMania 35. Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunite at WrestleMania 7. I remember that. The Undertaker, WrestleMania 20. Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 8. The Hardys, WrestleMania 33. And number 1,
Cody Rhodes.
WrestleMania 38, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, we were there.
Yes, bro.
Isn't that crazy to say you were at the WrestleMania
Yeah,
with the number
that's-
1
that's
return
awesome,
of all
bro.
time?
Well, not just
Yeah.
that, like just the return in general.
Well,
like,
it was the start.
history,
Yeah.
the history of what built up to it. Just the
Well, Cody ultimately is going to go down for this run. Like, when you think of Cody Rhodes at the end of his career, it's going to be this run that he's on now. And to say that you were there
when the start of it.
Yeah, when he returned is insane to
Yeah,
say.
it's so cool.
Yeah, that's a great one. Dude, I love Undertaker and Kane at WrestleMania 20. When Kane was even going, "You're not real,"
Yeah.
and then dude, as soon as he touched him, Undertaker started.
I love that he
laying
hyped
on
himself up. You are not real. And then afterwards, bro. And I just remember JR. The Undertaker's real.
Dude.
The Undertaker's real.
I remember thinking that's like, bro, y'all for real made me fucking think this motherfucker was dead.
He was.
And now he's back and he's a ghost.
That I still love the visual of all the druids, bro, with the flames.
Yeah.
Undertaker walking down the middle. Oh, fucking
That was that was one of the last WrestleManias where it was like in 21 was in Staples Center. And then after that 22 was in Chicago. And then 23 is when they started really doing stadiums.
Yeah, they haven't done
They
the
went to
arena
Ford
ever
Field.
since. Yes.
They went to Ford Field. Yep. Yeah, those were one of the last WrestleManias where it was just like in a little arena.
Yeah,
Which is weird because before too, because like you think about like 18 and 19.
they did it in stadium.
They were in stadiums.
So what made them go back?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Is that all they had? No, because football teams still were all.
Yeah, a lot of
what the
WrestleManias
fuck?
were in stadiums before, but then they lowered it down to, which I wonder why, but I don't know.
I'm looking at all the other ones.
Because 19 was at Safeco Field, and that shit was pretty big.
Like The Rock, they have him at number 25 for WrestleMania 32. The
Yeah, that
Dallas
was
one.
cool.
Pat McAfee.
The
At
Hardys for sure.
39.
I remember that one. When they came
WrestleMania
back.
40.
That pop was crazy.
John Cena, they have him at 22.
Okay, see, so those are included because
Those are just like cameo moments.
yeah, those are just like little cameo moments. So I don't really consider them returns.
Like, all the way down to number 20, Stephanie McMahon. At
like
WrestleMania
I think
40.
of Cody Rhodes as a return because he
It's a return to
legit returned to wrestle. Same for the Hardys. They returned that WrestleMania and then they were actually signed to WWE.
See, and the crazy one is, like, I'm biased because I love The Undertaker return. He did something at WrestleMania 40, but they have him at number 10. But the Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth reunite. All they did was just hug at the very end and made everyone go, ah! Like, I guess the return of the couple, I guess.
Yeah,
but
so
I mean,
some
that's
of
not really
those
good.
aren't really.
Well, I guess
aren't
Miss
really
Elizabeth hasn't been
considered.
seen,
Yeah, some of those I don't really consider them. But
They got Pete Rose at number 11.
Okay.
Bro, like, that's crazy.
yeah,
Rest
some
of
of those I don't really consider. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good. The Cody Rhodes one I think deserves to be number 1.
Yeah,
because it led off the run that he's on now.
Yeah,
and so yeah, and we were there.
Yeah,
so that was cool. Anything else?
That's it, bro.
Next week, hopefully we'll have more John. Is John Cena scheduled to be on
SmackDown?
wrestling he's scheduled to be on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
All right. Are they back in the States finally?
Yep. They're in Chicago next week.
Krause.
Oh wait, no, that's SmackDown. That's SmackDown. My bad. Raw. I don't know where they're gonna be at Raw.
Wait, so he's gonna be on Raw or SmackDown?
My bad. I think he's gonna be at Raw.
No, I did see he was
No,
going to
he's
be on
SmackDown,
SmackDown some
SmackDown.
dates. Yeah,
Fuck.
I was going to say the crowd is going to be shitty, but if it's in Chicago, Chicago's pretty
Next week they're in Chicago.
good. Chicago's pretty good. The crowd is usually
Punk
pretty
is going
yeah.
to be there.
The crowd in Chicago is usually pretty lit. But you are going to notice a difference going from the European crowds to back to the American. I don't think the pops will be as great.
Yeah.
Like even yesterday they were singing for Fatu. What were they saying? They were singing I don't think it was Olé because they were in England. They were in England.
Fatu.
That was in Italy. And then yesterday they may
still-
have
they
been
still
singing
do
that
it.
one. Yeah. So I don't think we'll be hearing that just because the American crowds aren't that great. You're trying to find out when Don Cena's gonna be there.
Yeah.
He'll be there probably next week. I just hope we see a little run in him and Cody actually talk to each other.
Mhm.
And then I want to hear
Is
from the
next
Rock.
week, March 24th? No, March 31st? Yeah, it says
Yes.
he's going to be on Raw.
Okay, so we'll be on Raw.
But where is that going to be?
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? All right. If you have nothing else, then we'll catch you guys next week.
All right, later.